In March of 2020, the government of Cambodia closed down schools due to the COVID-19 virus. At the time, we thought that this would last a few weeks, maybe a month. As time passed and reopening of schools seemed uncertain, our social team began to brainstorm ways we could step in to fill this gap. In Cambodia, typically, only 20% of students finish school, and with schools shut down and the economic hit from this pandemic, many kids had to begin working to help provide for their families. For a short while, schools were preparing lessons for students to learn online. However, most of the kids in the village do not have the tools necessary to do this, and had to stop studying altogether. This is how our village study groups began. On June 1st, ICF Cambodia launched its first study group in the village of Contra Cha. Our first day out, we had 8 study group leaders from our education sponsorship program, and 55 kids joined us. At the time, children had already been out of school for over 2 months with no clear return date in sight. While the kids were not initially eager to study again, our leaders have shown the kids how fun learning can be, something they don't experience in schools here. A typical class size in school is 40 to 50 kids with one teacher and very little attention. But now, students are learning in small groups where they can ask questions and are able to work at a pace that allows them to truly learn. When we began, we had kids in 5th and 6th grade that could not read or write well. But in this new learning environment, we have seen kids beginning to catch up to their grade level. Today, we're teaching over 250 students every week. We have been able to reach 7 villages in Siem Reap with 39 study groups and 50 study group leaders, teaching math and Khmer to grades 1 through 6. And now, the children are excitedly awaiting the arrival of their teachers each day. They can't wait to learn. Our 50 study group leaders are teenagers that have committed to study in the morning, then teach the children in the village in the afternoon. Every Tuesday afternoon, our social staff meet with these leaders to encourage and train them. Then, they spend time preparing lessons for their village. All of our study group leaders receive a small allowance for their work. For some, this allowance is the only regular and plannable income for the whole family. We are grateful we can provide these teenagers the ability to help support their families financially and continue their success in school without having to drop out shortly before graduation. Here at ICF Cambodia, we believe that education is absolutely essential to our mission of empowering Cambodia. Your support for our organization is what allows us to quickly respond to situations like this and will help us to further develop our vision for education in Cambodia. We thank you.